How to start over when you feel lost in life. Most people believe that feeling lost means something has gone wrong with their direction, that the people who have it figured out never feel this way. Never wake up uncertain, never question the path, never stand in the middle of their own life, and genuinely not know which way forward is. Feeling lost is not a malfunction. In almost every case, it is the signal that you have outgrown the version of life you were living, and the next one has not fully come into view yet. How people face the reality of life, and many think too much time thinking about life to succeed. Interpreting the disorientation of transition as permanent failure rather than temporary recalibration, making irreversible conclusions about their worth and direction from a feeling that is, by its very nature, designed to be temporary. If you're someone who feels stuck between who you were and who you are trying to become, like the old version of your life no longer fits, but the new one has not arrived yet, and that gap between them is where you are living right now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's what most people don't realize. Feeling lost is not the absence of direction. It is the experience of being between directions. And that space, navigated correctly, is where the most significant personal transformations in history have consistently begun. At age 32, Steve Jobs was publicly removed from Apple, the company he had founded. By every external measure, he was lost. The identity, the mission, the structure that had defined him for a decade was gone overnight. What followed was not an immediate recovery. It was 12 years of wandering through Next Computer and Pixar, ventures that looked like detours to everyone watching from outside. When he returned to Apple in 1997, he brought with him a depth of perspective, creative range, and operational wisdom that the version of him who had never been lost could never have possessed. The lost years were not a detour from his story. They were the chapters that made the story worth telling. A 2018 study published in Psychological Science found that individuals in periods of identity uncertainty, what researchers called identity moratorium, who allowed themselves to explore rather than prematurely commit to a new direction, showed significantly higher levels of long-term life satisfaction, clarity of purpose, and authentic self-knowledge than those who rushed to resolve the discomfort by forcing an immediate answer. The disorientation has a function. Resisting it delays the function. Moving through it completes it. This is where it gets really interesting. Monarch butterflies migrate up to 4,500 kilometers from Canada to central Mexico every year. And here is the part that most people have never heard. They navigate using a time-compensated sun compass, but when the sky is overcast and the sun is not visible, they switch to an entirely different navigation system, Earth's magnetic field. They do not stop. They do